Welcome back to Sales Zen. In this module, we'll focus on mindful discovery meetings, which is critical to truly understanding your client's world, beyond just surface-level questions. This skill is the bedrock of building strong relationships and closing successful deals. More uphill battles happen when discovery isn't done correctly than any other phase of the sales cycle. How often do you leave a discovery call feeling like you talked a lot, but truly didn't hear enough? The common pitfalls are rushing, making assumptions, or pushing your solution before fully grasping the client's unique challenges. This leads to misaligned proposals and missed opportunities. I had an underperforming rep on my team that struggled with discovery meetings. While she thought she was prepared, she didn't have a goal in mind. She tried everything she could to push for a decision rather than have an insightful and mutually beneficial discussion. Ultimately, her meetings dragged on. The client became frustrated and confused, and the meeting would end with no clear alignment on next steps. It took months of working together to get her to refocus on defining a goal for the meeting and for each topic and slide that she presented. In today's world, buyers likely know many details of your product or solution before even meeting with you. And as sellers, we likely know the goals of the buyer and their company. The initial discovery meeting should be for both sides to fill in the gaps and gain a better understanding of what a potential partnership would look like and the impact it would have. Had the rep on my team slowed down, detached from outcomes, and implemented the AAIR framework, she would not have struggled through the discovery phase and likely closed more deals. A quick reminder of what the AAIR framework is. It starts with awareness, being fully present to internal and external cues. Many struggling reps rapid-fire questions and think if they have a list of answers in the CRM, they will keep their manager off their back. Next is acceptance, acknowledging reality without judgment. Sometimes the answers you want aren't the ones that you get. That doesn't mean there isn't a potential fit with that client. Third is intention, setting a clear purpose for understanding. If you detach from outcomes, likely your quota, and focus on genuine curiosity, you will have a much better time navigating the initial conversation. And the final piece is your response. Choosing skillful actions based on your insights. Don't force something that isn't there. Again, the goal is to understand and align on next steps. If the next steps are not moving forward, that's okay too. Unless you don't have a strong product market fit, there will be other wins ahead. Let's start with awareness. Be fully present to your client's verbal and nonverbal communication. What's the tone of their voice? What's their body language telling you? Even if you are meeting virtually, you need to be aware. Is the client engaged or are they distracted? Are they answering questions thoughtfully or just responding to get on to the next one? Pay attention to your own internal thoughts. Are you making assumptions about the problems or solutions? Are you getting impatient? You've likely spent a decent amount of time researching the client and likely painted a picture in your head of how big the deal could be. Do not jump ahead. Stay in the moment and approach it with curiosity, not judgment. Catch yourself if you find your mind racing ahead, jumping to your next question, or already trying to pitch your product. Gently bring your attention back to the client. This is the number one miss I see in discovery. Even if you have a one-call close sales cycle or a hot inbound lead, the more you race to close, the less success you will have. Next is acceptance, where we foster genuine interest and trust. Accept the client's current reality. Acknowledge their solution exactly the way they describe it, even if it seems suboptimal or far from your solution. Don't judge or try to fix it prematurely. This falls into the overcoming objections category. Ask follow-up questions to understand the why behind the client's situation. If you have found success powering through or bulldozing clients, I guarantee your good fortune will run out eventually. Next, embrace incomplete information. It's okay to not have all the answers immediately. The discovery process is iterative. Accept that you might need follow-up questions or meetings. I see this all the time, and it's likely a result of poor leadership. I've had managers in my career that felt the need to grill me on every detail of a meeting during our one-on-one. They weren't asking to help. They were asking because they thought that was their job. Many leaders ask questions until they find the one thing you didn't uncover, then drill in on how you should have done better. You won't have all the details, just as the client likely doesn't have about your solution after one meeting. This is where you need to trust the discovery process. Have faith and truly understand their needs. The right solution, whether yours or another, will become clear. Similar to the previous point, disconnecting from internal pressures of your manager, your quota, and everything else that comes with selling in the corporate world will guide your success. Now, intention. What's your deepest purpose for this meeting? Truly understand their world. Set the clear intention to immerse yourself in their challenges, goals, and daily realities without prematurely jumping to conclusions. Regardless of how simple or complex your solution and your sales cycle is, top sellers become an extension of the client's team. If you've done discovery right, the client will already trust you are in it for them, not to hit a number. Identify underlying challenges. Go beyond surface-level problems. Intend to uncover the root cause of their pain points and the true impact it has on their business and even on them personally. You likely have a good sense of their business and goals prior to meeting with them. Take time in discovery to confirm your thoughts and dive deeper to understand the why. Build authentic trust. Your intention should be to build a genuine human connection. Trust is built through active listening and a desire to help, not just to sell. People buy from people they like and trust. They can smell a salesperson a mile away. I've interviewed countless people for sales jobs. Almost all of them tell me they are a consultative seller. Yet when I press them on what that means to them, they rarely include building trust as part of their definition. As I mentioned earlier, if you're bulldozing your way to success, you aren't building your sales acumen and likely going to struggle long-term in your sales career. Finally, your response, where your mindful practice turns into powerful action. Practice the mindful pause. After your client finishes speaking, resist the urge to immediately jump in. Take a brief 1 to 2 second pause. This allows you to process, ensures they're finished, and signals that you are truly listening. Not only will the conversation flow better, it will allow you to unlock curiosity. Struggling reps come with a list of questions and move on from one to the next without asking follow-up questions to understand more. Employ reflective listening. Paraphrase what you've heard to confirm your understanding. Say, "So if I'm hearing you correctly, the biggest frustration is X because of Y. Did I get that right?" This builds clarity and rapport. It also sets the tone for the conversation, and likely the client will follow your pattern, which allows them to get more information on your value without having to think too hard about what questions to ask you. Finally, ask probing questions. Follow up with open-ended questions like, "Can you tell me more about that?" Or, "How does that impact your team?" Or, "What have you tried so far to solve this?" These questions deepen your understanding. This point is key, not only for the deal in front of you, but if you sell a long-term solution, you will likely have an easier time navigating future sales cycles. To recap our mindful approach to discovery meetings, it starts with awareness. Tune into both their cues and your own internal state. Next, be accepting. Embrace the reality and the natural flow of discovery. Next, intention. Seek true understanding and to build authentic trust. And finally, your response. Practice mindful listening, pausing, and probing questions. By integrating AAIR into your discovery process, you'll uncover deeper needs, build stronger relationships, and position yourself as a trusted advisor. Start by practicing the mindful pause in your very next client interaction. Practice these tips daily. Email me at kevin@saleszenmedia.com. Let me know how you're implementing AAIR into your discovery meetings, and join my next course on mindfulness for solution presentations.